Hey everyone, welcome back to the SKYTRAK YouTube channel. We've got an exciting video for you today. I'm going to give you 3 practice areas within the SKYTRAK app. It's going to help you get better at golf in just 1 week. So the first practice area that I'm going to take you to is the 85-yard island green. Now, if you watched last week's video, I talked about uncomfortable distances that I was facing on the golf course. That was around 115 yards. Today, this is an 85-yard shot. It's an island green. It's already quite difficult with hazard of water all around, bunkers in front of the green. So what I'm gonna be focused on here is, number 1, tempo in my swing. That's something that I will probably continue to talk about in these videos. The second thing that I'm gonna be focused on is what my backspin number is. I've got my sand wedge, my 56 degree here. So I'm looking for my optimal range, and I'll show you that after this first swing. So right here with this first shot, my optimal range should have been between 8,000 and 10,000 RPMs for my backspin. As you can see, I was a little bit below that. I pulled the ball to the left just a little bit, so now I can take that into account for my second shot here. I can also look at my club path. It was a bit out to in. That's something that we're working on. And I closed the club face down. With this type of shot, it is certainly a number that I struggle with pulling it left, closing the club face down. So what I'm gonna focus on here is just, again, getting my hands a bit more inside. And what I also wanna focus on is a little bit more of a high finish. So with my second shot, yes, I was a little bit out of the optimal range of my backspin, but I did exactly what I wanted to with my club path. A little bit more in to out, and I squared up that club face. I also finished with higher hands, which is exactly what I said I wanted to focus on. Let's see if we can replicate this for my third shot, and then move on. So with my third shot, backspin still out of the optimal range, but my club path and my face to target exactly where I want it. I can play golf like this all day long from 85 yards. Let's move on to the second practice range. Okay, for the next practice area, we're going to the SKYTRAK driving range. Now, one of the best features of the driving range is the greens randomizer. I'm gonna focus right here on one thing and one thing only, and that is my club path and my face to target. I've got my 7-iron, and what's going to happen is if I hit my target, the greens randomizer is going to move the green within a minimum distance and a maximum distance based on whatever parameters that you want to set. So my minimum here is, I think, 175, and my maximum is going to be 190. So my main focus here, again, is my club path and my face to target. The main things that I want to feel in this swing is just getting my hands around my body and then finishing a bit more to the right of my target. I've just got to trust that feel and know that it's going to produce a good result. Okay, so this is why I love the greens randomizer. I have it on a medium setting. I couldn't hold the green by maybe 1 to 2 yards, but everything that I wanted to focus on with my club path was in to out. I had almost a square club face, but as you can see over here, my accuracy is still 0%. I'm 0 for 1 on hitting my target. And what's great about the greens randomizer is that even if you miss your target, it continually changes your next target. So right now, I've got 189 yards. That's that maximum at 190. So we have a little bit more to carry here, but I think if I just swing exactly how I did on the last one, we should be able to hit the target. Okay, so after my second shot, I'm at 50% now. I've hit my target 1 out of 2 times. We are now at 177 yards. It's a little bit on the shorter side, so I can't really swing full here with my 7-iron, but I am loving my club path and my face to target. We're gonna try to do the same thing and just swing at about 90% here. I think that's gonna be okay. It just needs to get down a touch and not roll out too much. Perfect. Okay, so 2 out of 3. I really like that. And my first shot, let's be honest, it was a really good shot. It just rolled off the green by a yard or 2. So after 3 swings, I'm loving the result. 67%, 2 out of 3 greens hit. But most of all, what I love is my club path was in to out, and I had almost a square club face. That's really what I personally am trying to work on. I'll continue to share that with you guys. I encourage all of you SKYTRAK users to give the greens randomizer a try. Next up, I'm gonna show you the fairway randomizer and how to hit more fairways. Last, we're gonna show you how to hit more fairways on a dog leg that goes from right to left. So if you're like me and you're a fader of the golf ball, this is not as comfortable as the shot. If you are a drawer, you're gonna love this. I've got my 3-wood here because essentially what I wanna focus on is seeing a shot shape that goes from right to left. What I'm gonna do is, again, focus on my club path and my face to target. Okay, my first swing out of the gate, not my best strike, but I did have an in to out club path. I did shut the face down a little bit. So you can see that I started it out to the right, and it did come, especially on that last third of the ball flight, it did come back a little bit harder to the left. I want to really focus in this time around on, again, just kind of swinging a little bit more out to the right of my target, making sure I'm not shutting that club face down. Okay, so after my second shot, definitely one of the better shots that I've hit all day. Great into out club path, and I had almost a square club face. One of the other things that I love about this feature is that it's just giving me numbers that I like to see based on my practice. So I've hit 2 out of 2 fairways, 100% accuracy. The other thing that I wanted to point out is that you have different levels that can make this harder for you. Easy, medium, and hard. You can also change the direction of the fairway to go from right to left, left to right, and more narrow or wider. So last shot here, we're gonna see if we can actually go 3 for 3 today. Let's see what we got. Okay, so my third swing, I'm 3 for 3 on the fairways. I love that. However, I did shut the club face down a little bit. And I think the reason that I did that is that I put a little bit of pressure on myself by telling you that I wanted to be 100% today. I wanted to be 3 for 3. So bringing some of that real world pressure into your practice sessions is something that we all can benefit from. I know that I can. So I can look at this data and know that if I'm gonna get a little antsy, a little nervous, I might have a tendency to shut the club face down. So that's something I can use the SKYTRAK range, whether it's the greens randomizer or this fairway finder. I can use this and put some pressure on myself and get better and take this out to the course. So you can use this feature and all the others that we covered in today's video to improve your game and get better faster. Let us know in the comments below which practice range area you like the most in SKYTRAK. We'll see you next week.